what we've got here is failure to communicate.
Hey, I'm UFC President Dana White, and you're in the ring with Callum McGregor.
They're staring at me, see them?
Was at as far as the dog. If the time distance and then how much he got hit in that fight wasn't a thing, then I'd probably back the dog in this situation. I can't find myself. I almost did, and I was even when we talked prior, I was looking at it. But for me, I don't know if Calvin Kattar is going to be able to break that distance and actually really, close that distance on Chikadze. He's going to have to time kicks. When he times kicks, come with the overhand. He's going to have to run his boxing and close that distance and crash the pocket. If he doesn't do that, you're just going to see Chikadze do what he does. And he's going to lull you into a situation. He's going to obviously work his distance, lull you into a situation, and then you're going to leave a stomach open, the liver open, a face open, and he's going to land a kick or land a knee or a shot. And I mean, the guy's so powerful. So it's hard to not go with Giga in this fight. At the same token, I think he's like minus 250 or something at this point. So I'm trying to find ways to really find value in this fight at this time. So for you, where do you see the value in this?
Yeah, I'm on the same boat as you. As you and I both back Barboza's last fight, we both have to admit, as you said, the game plan wasn't quite on point. But I think you can take a lot from that fight where Giga did show a fair bit of improvement in it. It's funny, I said you talked about doing a segment on people who were going to fade. And if we were talking about this a year ago, Giga would probably be on the top of my list. But at this point in time, I think he's making the proper adjustments. If you look back at some of his fights, he has shown some cardio issues, but it seems that he's kind of corrected that. He's kind of learned to slow himself down. And I think really where if he did have cardio issues would come into play, I think it'd be more against somebody who would be willing to like offensively wrestle him and make him work a little bit harder. Calvin Kattar has more of a traditional boxing style. He doesn't throw a lot of kicks. He doesn't throw a lot of feints. Like he just, he kind of wants to brawl. And we kind of saw what happened in the Max Holloway fight. Not that I'm really comparing Giga and Max Holloway, but we saw what happens whenever somebody's a little faster and a little quicker than him. He gets kind of thrown off. He gets a little reckless. If you watch like the third, fourth, and fifth round of that fight, he tends just to get a little bit sloppy. So I'm pretty sure Giga rides in the spot. I'm pretty confident. The minus 250 price tag is a little bit of a stay away for me, but I think it's a good parlay piece. And I think because it's at the end of the night, you can hedge this one out anyways. So if Giga's at the top of your ticket and that's the last one you need to cash, you can always bet Calvin Kattar by KO plus 400. The hedging option will be there for you at the end. So,
because I mean, even the value in that hedge, I mean, as much as we're talking shit about Calvin Kattar, before Max Holloway pieced him up, he was a force to be reckoned with, right? It's just he looked so like a different level from Holloway in that fight that it's hard to want to back him. But there is a world, a Spider-Verse, so to speak, that where he can, time that kick, land that overhand, or, crash that pocket and catch him. Anybody can get caught. And depending on where this line goes before fight day, I may back it based on value of, where the points are at.
Failure to communicate.